I love old men in anime, and you probably do too if you've seen even one anime with some of these lovable, wise, and strong old geezers in them. They take everything you may know about your old gramps in real life and flip the script to make characters that you'll remember for years to come. These old men act as wise old mentors, badass masters of combat, and most importantly, pervs. But seriously, I think what makes these types of characters so special is how they can act as positive role models for young viewers or readers who may not have somebody like that in their own life. They are frail yet strong, silly yet wise, nonchalant yet protective. They are constantly diverting your expectations in ways that make you want to be more like them as you get older. So today, I wanted to just gush a little bit about these old men in anime and why I think they're so awesome. So, judging based solely on appearances, you might think, what can this weak old man do when you look at characters like Makarov, Master Roshi, or Gran Torino? But then the anime logic kicks in and they show their godlike powers hidden beneath the surface. They may not look it, but these old men are often some of the most powerful characters in their entire series. They have spent decades mastering their respective forms of combat and have honed it to absolute perfection. Like a fine wine or aged cheese perhaps. But what makes this so cool to me is the contrast between appearing weak but actually being a formidable opponent. In real life, if you see a frail old man, he is just that, a frail old man. But in anime, there is more than meets the eye, and these characters could take on even the strongest of enemies. Then you have characters like Silverfang who are just absolutely shredded from the get-go, and you just know they're going to be beasts. But this also differs from real life in the way that that kind of physique is just not possible for older men, or at the very least extremely uncommon. Either way, anime does an awesome job at taking a demographic that would normally be viewed as weak and doing a full 180 to make them some of the most badass and feared characters in their entire series. And then you have their silly side. These old guys rarely take life seriously and constantly fool around, so it adds more levity to the show. Jiraiya is constantly trying to peek at the ladies, Netero toys with Gon in a game of dodgeball, and Master Roshi is, well, Master Roshi. They might fool around a lot, but in reality, they are wise men with decades of experience under their belt, which in many ways reminds me of my own grandfathers. They have so much knowledge about combat in their respective worlds that it's hard for anybody to ever outsmart them, and you never know when they're going to drop a little nugget of knowledge or a life lesson. For this reason, these characters often act as the mentor for our protagonists in the series. They teach them how to master their powers, and teach them the techniques that took years for them to develop. They pass on the torch to our protagonist, knowing that they are becoming too old to fight any longer. They almost act as father figures for our heroes, who oftentimes have no father, which makes it even more sad if they end up dying in battle, as many of them do. These old men may joke around a lot, but maybe that's because they have enough life experience to know that life shouldn't be taken too seriously. You might not be able to tell by their demeanor, but these old men are fiercely protective of those that they care about. They often act calm and collected in the face of trouble, but that's mainly because they have so many people looking up to them to be the solid foundation they can stand on. But if something threatens or hurts the people they care about, they won't hesitate to take action and charge right into battle. Makarov could care less that Gajeel destroyed Fairy Tail's guild hall, but when he hurts Levi and her team, he springs into action and attacks Phantom Lord in retaliation. And these old men often have large groups of people that they are responsible for protecting. For example, the third Hokage is responsible for protecting an entire freaking village. But they never let the weight of their responsibilities drag them down. They're nonchalant even under great pressure, but they know that when enemies attack those they care about, they can let loose with their great power. Old men in anime are simply awesome, and are great role models for people to look up to, which in some ways resembles old men in real life, but in others exaggerates things a bit. Let me know in the comments who your favorite old man in anime is, and if you have any more reasons why you think they're so cool, let me know why as well. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. And check out the end screen if you want to see some videos I've already made. Have a great day, and peace out guys.